Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Recaps. Today, I'm going to explain a 2024 sci-fi adventure film titled Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Heads up, spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Our story begins with a pharmaceutical company developing a drug to cure Alzheimer's. They start trials on a chimp named Caesar, who unexpectedly becomes self-aware and more intelligent than other chimps. Caesar begins to question why humans treat his species the way they do. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be the tiny cages and banana-based diet? He eventually steals more of the drug from the lab and gives it to his fellow chimps at the enclosure and zoo. In the end, he frees all of the newly intelligent apes and leads them into the forest to live freely. Unfortunately, this drug has a reverse effect on humans, robbing them of their intellect and ability to speak. Over the next few years, the virus spreads globally, giving rise to a new species of ape that now rules the world. Humans go to war against them to save their kind, but ultimately fail miserably. Turns out opposable thumbs aren't everything. As years pass, Caesar, who ruled the apes with compassion and loyalty, eventually dies of old age, leaving the other chimps to follow the rules he set. Many generations later, we're introduced to Noah, Anaya, and Suna, who belong to the Eagle clan and are best friends. What do you call a monkey in a minefield? A baboon. Their clan raises eagles as pets and trains them to fetch food and be companions throughout their lives. We see the three friends stalking an eagle flying through the sky. They climb up to its nest and, as the mother eagle flies away to get food, they carefully approach the nest, steal its eggs, and place them in small bags on their chests, taking care not to harm them. There are only 3 eggs in the nest, and their clan forbids them from taking all the eggs, so they must always leave one behind. Since the eagle naming ceremony is the next day, Noah needs to find another egg, or he'll have to wait a whole year to have his pet bird. Just then, he hears another eagle nearby and spots its nest. Despite the difficult climb, Noah manages to leap over to the ledge and reach the eagle's nest. Just as he's about to grab an egg, the mother eagle returns and attacks him, almost causing him to fall to his death. Luckily, he grabs onto the ledge, keeping the egg safe. Nothing says future leader like almost dying for an omelet. As the 3 friends celebrate their victory and head back to their horses, they realize Noah's blanket is missing. They spot something in the woods, chase after the unknown creature, and end up on a railway track where they find the blanket. The Eagle clan is forbidden to cross this area as danger lurks on the other side, so they quickly grab the blanket and leave. Ah yes, the classic "don't go there, it's dangerous" rule. Always works perfectly in movies. Back at their village, all the young ones are excited to see that the 3 friends have finally gotten eggs for themselves. Noah's father, the master of birds, is especially proud of his son's daring journey to fetch the egg. However, when he learns that they encountered a human, he becomes fearful of what may come and decides to bring it up with the clan elders, who choose to search the forest for the human. That night, as Noah prepares for the next day's eagle ceremony, he hears noises coming from his tent. As he investigates, a woman pushes past him and runs back into the forest. Unfortunately, this encounter destroys Noah's egg, and he now needs to find a replacement before the night ends, or he'll have to wait a whole year to raise his eagle. Determined, Noah ventures into the forest alone to find another eagle's nest. As he explores, he hears screams nearby. Looking into it, he discovers some elders from his village lying dead on the ground. He then hears a stampede approaching and quickly hides in the bushes. He witnesses a large group of apes from another clan searching for the human. It becomes clear that the village elders intercepted this clan and were killed in the process. The apes spot Noah's horse and use it to locate the village. Noah rushes back to warn his loved ones, but he's too late. Spoiler alert, being fashionably late doesn't work in apocalyptic scenarios. The apes have already set the entire village ablaze and are gathering hostages. Noah tries desperately to save his family, but he's outnumbered by the apes, who are armed with stun guns. A massive gorilla named Silva, the leader of this clan, systematically eliminates all the village elders to ensure the entire Eagle clan submits to him. Silva's leadership style, less monkey see monkey do, and more gorilla see gorilla destroy. Although Caesar taught the apes to live in harmony, these evil apes commit atrocities in his name, misusing his words and imprisoning other ape clans to expand their army. Noah races up a wooden structure to save his father, who's busy freeing the eagles before they perish in the fire. Just as they're about to escape, Silva intervenes. A fierce battle ensues, with Noah's father doing his best to protect his son, but the gorilla proves too strong for both of them. Eventually, Noah falls from the wooden structure into the fire, while his father is brutally killed by the giant ape. The next morning, Noah wakes up in the ashes of his village. As he looks around, he finds a damaged stun gun and picks it up. He soon discovers the remains of his deceased father, and devastated by his loss, vows to save his village from the clutches of the evil apes. Looks like it's time to stop monkeying around and get serious. After burying his father, Noah sets out on a journey to rescue his family. He crosses the railway tracks into the valley beyond and soon reaches what was once a human city, where he finds his mother's shawl. As he continues his journey, a storm interrupts his progress. forcing him to take shelter in the forest for the night. When he wakes up the next morning, he spots his father's eagle nearby, but when he tries to command it, it attacks him and flies away. Noah mounts his horse and presses on. Along the way, he notices smoke rising from the woods and decides to investigate. As he approaches, the ground beneath him gives way, and he falls several feet, fortunately saved by some vines. Once he frees himself, an orangutan named Raka appears, initially mistaking Noah for one of the evil apes and taking him prisoner. He reveals that even his best friend was killed by them. However, once Noah explains the truth, Raka releases him. Raka then shares with Noah how he's protecting the old ways of Caesar. Since Noah is young and unaware of how things were in the past, Raka explains that humans and apes used to coexist harmoniously, but now it's rare to even see a human. He tells Noah that when Caesar came to power, he taught the apes that their greatest strength was unity and not killing one another. However, the evil ape clan has misinterpreted his words and unleashed chaos upon the planet. Raka believes humans to be slow-witted, but Noah dismisses them as mere pests, like raccoons. As they prepare to part ways, they spot a human near Noah's horse, but she flees at the sight of them. Intrigued by seeing a human for the first time in his life, Raka decides to accompany Noah on his journey to fulfill Caesar's mission. The two mount their horses and ride forward, with Noah's father's bird following them. As they rest for the night, they notice the human girl stalking them. Raka, taking pity on her, offers her some apples. Noah even gives her his blanket after Raka explains how humans feel cold. Unable to sleep, Noah decides to explore on his own. He comes across a large telescope and is awestruck to see the stars for the first time in his life. The girl follows him and looks through the telescope, surprising Noah that the human behaves similarly to an ape. The next morning, Noah shares his experience with Raka, and they continue their journey, now accompanied by the girl. Along the way, Raka explains how humans only use 2 of their limbs, making them much weaker than apes. Clearly, evolution had a sense of humor when designing humans. While riding, they encounter a herd of zebras, a sight they've never seen before. Raka describes them as horses with stripes, or as we like to say, horses in prison uniforms. As they observe these new creatures from afar, cavemen emerge from the forest and quench their thirst alongside the zebras. Seeing that the girl is finally among her kind, Noah and Raka decide to part ways so that Raka can help the humans become smarter like their ancestors. As they approach the cavemen, the evil apes suddenly appear and start attacking them, particularly targeting the girl. Everyone flees, and Silva corners the girl in a field. Noah, witnessing this from afar, decides to intervene. He rushes in, and just as Silva is about to capture the girl, she stands up and cries out to Noah. In the nick of time, Noah gets her onto his horse, and they escape into the forest along with Raka. To their shock, the girl finally reveals that she can speak and that her name is May. May explains that the evil apes killed her family as well, and she's now heading to another human settlement to find more of her kind. She also claims to know where Noah's clan is being held, and promises to take him to them. The 3 of them start a fire and settle in for the night. Noah, who's been trying to fix the stun gun, finally succeeds, demonstrating that he's actually smarter than the rest. Early the next morning, they come across a bridge. As they cross it, Silva and his apes block both exits. A fight ensues, and May falls into the river. Raka manages to pull her out, but Silva cuts the rope loose, tragically killing Raka. Noah and May are then captured and taken to the ape settlement by the beach, where thousands of apes live in camps. Noah is uncuffed and thrown in with his clan, where he's reunited with Anaya and his mother. May is kept in a room with another man named Trevathan, who seems to enjoy living with the apes. He assists the apes in conquering the planet by explaining human history and even builds weapons for them. All the apes are summoned when the king appears before them. He calls himself Proximus Caesar, after the original leader of the apes, and delivers a motivational speech. Driven by his hunger for power and knowing that evolution will take their species thousands of years to match human intelligence, he is determined to break through a sealed door where humans have locked away all their knowledge before going extinct. Have they tried knocking politely? Maybe saying "Open Sesame"? The apes try their best to break it open, but they fail miserably, even injuring some of their own in the process. May is hesitant to help them access the other side because she knows that when humans went underground, the government sealed all their weapons in there. If Proximus gets his hands on them, it would mean total chaos on Earth. Noah is then called to have lunch with the king. Since May isn't willing to reveal a way into the vault, Proximus tries to get Noah to extract the information from her, but he has no knowledge to offer either. Proximus attempts to persuade Noah to join his side, aware that Noah is smarter than the others. "Join the dark side, Noah. We have bananas." However, Noah is hesitant, as he cares about the well-being of his clan rather than helping Proximus take over the planet and build a kingdom. Later, as Noah sits by the ocean, his mother tells him to give up hope for the Eagle clan, as they all now belong to Proximus, the king. As he sits there alone, resenting his life in Proximus, his father's bird finally comes to him and obeys him, giving him hope to free his clan from the clutches of the evil king. That night, as Trevathan leaves the room to read to Proximus, Noah climbs up and approaches May. He doesn't fully trust her because she lied to him before, but now has no choice but to ask for her help, as she's his last hope to save his family. They devise a plan together, and Noah enlists the help of his two best friends to execute this mission. They start by setting up explosives near the sealed doors, and then move on to the wooden structures by the water to plant more explosives. Just then, Trevathan approaches them and decides to inform Proximus, but May doesn't let this happen. She puts him in a reverse chokehold, kills him, and throws his body into the sea. Well, that's one way to handle a snitch. The four of them then go behind the vault via a treacherous path along the stones and climb upwards until they reach an exhaust vent, which they use to enter the vault. As they start exploring the place, May turns on the electricity and looks around without the apes. She snatches a hard drive and even comes across a few guns. Noah and his friends look through some of the books, where they see that their kind used to be kept in cages, making them trust the human species even less. As they're about to exit the vault through the main entrance, they see that Proximus is waiting for them outside. Proximus tries to find out what May was doing inside the vault, but Noah doesn't say a word. Knowing Noah has feelings for Anaya, Proximus takes her hostage. Just before he's about to kill her, May takes out a gun and shoots the ape through the chest. Seeing this, Proximus becomes excited, eager to get his hands on such a weapon. But May, knowing the catastrophic outcome of that scenario, rushes to the bomb. Noah tries to stop her, but to no avail. She sets it off, causing the dam to break and endangering the lives of the members of his clan. Many apes lose their lives, but Noah manages to guide some of them to the exit at the top. Just as he does so, Silva comes after him. He chases Noah, but Noah manages to outsmart him and get him trapped in one of the pipes, where Silva eventually drowns due to the rising water. As they all emerge on top of the cliff, Proximus appears and starts assaulting Noah, commanding all the apes to kneel before him. As Noah is about to be killed, he spots the eagles of his clan flying overhead. He starts singing his clan's anthem, which prompts all the other apes to join in. This causes the eagles to attack Proximus, eventually throwing him off the cliff and ending his evil reign once and for all. Turns out Angry Birds isn't just a mobile game anymore. A few weeks pass, and the Eagle clan has rebuilt their village to its former glory. May shows up to thank Noah for his help, bidding him farewell as she embarks on her own journey. May then travels a few hundred miles to another human enclosure and gives them the hard drive she snatched from the vault. The humans use this to reroute the satellites on Earth, finally being able to communicate with other humans trapped in different enclosures around the planet. The movie concludes with a touching scene of Noah and Anaya, now in love, riding together past the valley. Noah takes her to the telescope and shows her the stars, sharing the wonder he experienced earlier. "You must be a banana, because I find you appealing." Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.